की हो गई हो, शादी कर लो, कब शादी करोगी? So perhaps you can give an example. Maybe 500 years ago, if Jahanara is not getting married and Roshanara is not getting married, so I still have some hope. Yeah.
Random readings.
Yes.
That they were amongst the highest taxpayers.
Yes.
Does that?
They were in fact, in 1857, when we look at the records, Tawai's were the highest taxpayers at that time. In fact, one of the reasons why British reduced the Tawai's to prostitution was because they were afraid they will bankroll another revolt. During the revolt of 1857, it was the Tawai's who funded many of the revolts.
Very interesting stories here.
Yeah.
If I may just ask, what sort of research goes into these sort of stories? Obviously, you're a history student. I mean, but it's a silly question to ask.
No.
Let me just ask this silly question again.
No, it took a lot of time because when it comes to women, it becomes extremely hard and a challenge to find books that write about them. My editor asked me, Anoushka, can you write a bit about how do they look? I'm like, I'm finding it hard to find what did they do. So I think how did they look will be a tad extreme. So no, the history books are quite silent, and we need to use that silence. We need to use the in-between silences to find out what they did. So, my task in finding these women and finding how and what these women did, that's why it took more than 2.5 years to finish this book. क्योंकि आप कम से कम 400 पेजेस की किताब पढ़ेंगे और उसमें से शायद से 3 बार उनका मेंशन करा होगा नाम. सो उस 3 बार को आप कैसे यूटिलाइज करेंगे, दैट becomes really important.
Which actually is something I would love to ask again is, when we read literature, there's a very graphic description of women, their power, their muse, whatever there's a very graphic description of women, the times, everything. When you go through a history, obviously I'm not a history student, my restriction is still class 10. So when you go through a history, is there a similar representation there? Not for these women, but in general for women, and how do you I mean take out this
in history how women are represented?
Overall, the representation of women
such
is powerful characters, because
it's barely there. Women the court chronicles will be silent about women. It will be the travelers who have written about women, and when the travelers write about women, they'll add a lot of mirch masala, and that's why in my book the first note, author's note, talks about this, that most of the information I'm getting are from foreign travelers who are coming to the Mughal courts. Court chronicles won't write about women because it was also considered indecent to talk about women in our culture. औरतों के बारे में नहीं बात करनी, वो हैं, बस हैं, पीछे की तरफ हैं. तो हमें जब मिलती थी इंफॉर्मेशन, हमें मिलेगी कहाँ से? From other sources, how they are perceiving it or what they hear about the women.